heading out on a cold and windy Sunday afternoon.
Doing it again.
And again, my usual introduction. I bet you expected that, right? One day, I'll have to begin the video without that introduction and fool my viewers. Today, I'm going to try to get to a place called Elk Neck. But all this, I've shown you before. US 1, Conowingo Dam, with spray from the Susquehanna due to all the wind. Getting drops in the window from the spray, but it really isn't raining. And of course, can't forget rising sun. I brought you here many times too. Not departing town. Want a place I should stop. We're good to go. Next time. But up here, gonna pick up Blue Ball Road and head south for a bit. Southeast to be exact. Blue Ball Road. I guess if I were Bart Simpson, I could think of a joke for that name. But I'll leave that to my viewers' imaginations. I might have brought you this way once before, but I can't remember. I've been to so many places, I can't remember where I've been. I'm like that Nowhere Man in the Yellow Submarine movie. Got a crossroads here, but not much more than that. We're about to pass beneath CSX, the Philly sub. Better watch these one-lane underpasses here. I bet it dates back to 1905 when they rebuilt the Philly sub and brought it up to standards. And up there, I-95. About to cross over my old street, US 40. As soon as I get a green light again, anyway. Yep, I get cut off as I get onto the original US 40 here. This was US 40 at one time. But gonna hang a left up ahead onto the old road to Elk Neck. First time down that road too. I'm now crossing over the corridor, as in northeast. Might see a train later, if I'm in the mood. As I said, my first time down this way today. It looks like some road in Ohio that I was on back when I was in Ohio. Even a tad bit of fall color left on this blustery fall day. And then we got tight curves reminiscent of West Virginia. That's two different states so far this road reminds me of. Anyway, now officially on Elk Neck. A neck of land protruding into the Chesapeake Bay. Check your Google map, you know what I'm talking about. We had some sun earlier, but now it's obscured by clouds. Like a Pink Floyd album from the 60s. Who recalls that album? Obscured by clouds. But still, been on this road for a while, but haven't arrived anywhere yet. I wonder when that's gonna happen. Oh, a stop sign. I'm arriving someplace. I wish I knew where. Well, no outlet. I don't need one right now. I'm on the current, modern day route. The other route ended back there at the stop sign. Okay, let me look for something now. Yeah, this route I was on earlier this year, looking for a vantage point across the bay to the Amtrak bridge over the Susquehanna. Maybe I'll try to look again today. I found my turn. I don't think there's actually a beach here. Just a name, I think. It's too cold out there now for one anyway. Yep, here's where I tried coming earlier this year. And on my last pass, I wondered if I had to pay. But I think from November to March, it should be free. It better be free. I don't know. I'll go have a look. It says self-pay, but how do you prove that you did? What if anybody actually does? I know what. I'll leave them my debit card and my PIN number. If that doesn't do the trick, something's wrong. And there is the bay up ahead. Trying to get a train there. But too far away. It's incredibly windy out there right now. Incredibly. Here, I'll show you. Whoa. It's a tornado out here. Holy cow, I'm getting blown away. I better get back in. Be great to get one more train. This is a great vantage point, but too windy out there to set up a tripod or do anything. Got a good view of the corridor, though. And over there, Havre de Grace. Yep, very windy out there. There'll be rough seas for sure today. Also, like in Yellow Submarine, there'll be some rough seas ahead. Got a spotted pot there. I'm surprised it's getting blown away. As much wind as there is out there, we're gonna get blown to Oz if we're not careful. We're heading for Oz right now. It's a twister. Feels like one. And again, that thing. But today I cheated the state of Maryland. Got in for free. I'm now back south on the main road. And again, the first time on this part of the road. Gonna try to get to Turkey Point Lighthouse, which is at the end of this road. And now in an area known as Chesapeake Isle. If one is to believe the sign I just saw. Oh, some folks live here, okay. I never would have guessed. You talk about being off the beaten path. Got some sun trying to show. But it's windy out there. In the bay through those trees. I guess we'll soon be arriving somewhere again. And I've arrived. Good enough for me. Read and heed. I'm not going down there. Even if it wasn't windy, I still wouldn't go down there. It might be too cold and windy to walk to the lighthouse down that trail. But the wind's still blowing like crazy out here. Not getting blown around quite as much as back where we just were. It's still very windy out here. I guess that means I can't walk to the lighthouse. Yeah, too bad I can't go down the path to the lighthouse right now. It's still very windy out there. Got some gale force winds. As I said, we're gonna get blown to Oz if I'm not careful. I might get to meet the wizard before I know it, before the day's out. We cross the bay again. Hard to believe over there is Havre de Grace, but although you can see it, it's like an hour's drive from here because of the road system. In the very beginning of the northbound state highway, that'll take us out of here. But on the way out, I'm keeping on the current route. Not gonna take the old road this time. Oh, a nice house. I guess. And some trees with some color left over. Yep. Walk your frog. Good idea. I gotta walk my turtle more often. And back in Chesapeake Isle. But we're about to depart. This might be Elk Neck, but there are deer back there somewhere. It should be called Deer Neck. Another misnomer here in Maryland. And again the bay. And apparently the sun just broke out. Interesting lighting there. But it just went away again. Maybe it'll come back once more before the day's out. And the sun came back out after all. How about that? Lot of good it does though. Still windy out there. In fact, the sun stirs the wind up. So I hope it goes away. I'm now arriving in Northeast. Historic Northeast Maryland. One of the many quaint hamlets along our route. Up at the light, original US 40 again, previous route, before they built the 4-lane highway. I've taken this way over a couple day odysseys, as you recall. And they're still fixing the bridge over the corridor. Last I passed, they were still working on it too. I guess they get paid by the hour. And it take a lot of them to get the bridge done. And up here, the modern day 40, which will take for a bit. The road I once lived on, back when I was a kid. I turned 1 year old on Route 40. Yeah, the sun's out all right. But I'm heading into it, making it hard to shoot video. In this direction, the lighting is horrendous. So I got my behind back on I-95. Interesting sunset colors there. And about to cross back to our side of the Susquehanna. Getting cold out there though. I wish I could have stayed a bit longer at the holly trees. Got some traffic on this road, but not as bad as last Sunday. There are some places, Ripken Stadium, but the truck's blocking the view. I tried. I know why I prefer trains to trucks. They don't block the view. Still got some wind out there though. I occasionally feel the car being blown around. And again here, where I turned 1 year old. As I keep saying, I'm a former nevermind. And I think I have pictures of this road before it got so busy from back in the 1980s. You have a look at how empty this road used to be. Check this out. Nope, those days are not going to come back anytime soon. I'm back on surface streets. The one we began on, actually. And back in the you-know-where. We're still windy and cold. I better get inside.